Hi, I'm Jen.
I'm Charlie.
And I'm Will.
And we live together off campus.
So we wanted to put together an episode of Experiment With Me making stained glass cookies.
All you need are a few simple ingredients. Some cookie dough, some hard candy like Jolly Ranchers or Bank Lollipops or Dum Dums, but not rock candy because that doesn't work. A baking pan, some cooking spray, a cutting board, and something hard to break apart the candy with like a hammer or a meat tenderizer.
Alright, let's get started. So the first step is to wash your hands because while we're social distancing, we want to make sure we're staying healthy. And then we're going to start with a cookie pan.
And Pam, or some other type of non-stick cooking spray. Spray the pan liberally.
Then we have some cookie dough, which will be the base for our stained glass windows. We bought standard sugar cookie dough.
But you can also make your own.
This one says you get 24 cookies.
Well, 23 after I eat one.
Alright. So we're all going to make our own design today, so we're going to divide this evenly between the three of us and get started with the shapes of our windows.
So we each get 8.
Yep.
Okay. Also, math with us.
Yes, math with us.
Cookie cutters will get you your most clean, crisp shape because this stuff can be a little sticky to work with. And then after you make your shape, you're going to want to freeze it to preserve your design as best as possible because dough does typically expand with the heat as heat does with most things, and it can make your design turn into a giant blob if you don't freeze things first.
Thanks.
So what shape are you guys using?
I'm going to go with the diamond shape. It looks more like a classic stained glass window.
I'm going with flowers because they're pretty.
I'm going to attempt to make a square.
I believe in you, Jen.
So this empty space in the cookie dough is where all of your hard candies are going to go. What do you think?
I like it.
And we have some leftover dough to make a cookie.
I was just gonna eat it.
I just added it to the outside of mine.
I'm making a potato cookie.
Ooh.
Or an egg. That's all I got.
I'll make a heart. It's lopsided. Just like a real heart.
Now that's science.
Ta-da!
So we're going to put this in the freezer for 10 minutes so that it retains its shape. In the meantime, we're going to preheat the oven and start mashing up our candy.
Preheat the oven to 350 degrees, which is actually the same temperature at which the candy will melt.
Into the freezer we go.
Make sure beforehand that you have room in there,
We did not.
but it works.
We're preheating the oven to 350 degrees. So now we are going to start to smash our hard candy that will go in our stained glass items. We have 5 different colors that we're working with since we did go with Jolly Ranchers this time. So you want to make sure that when you're smashing them, you put them on a hard surface that can't be damaged, like a table. And you can use any sort of hard object. We're using a meat tenderizer, but a hammer or mallet would work fine.
Yeah.
We found that it works best if we put the candies in a baggie and then zip the baggie up and then smash it so that the candy pieces don't go everywhere. And we don't like the colors to touch, so we took some time to pre-sort these and put them in baggies. Here we go. Uh-oh. There was a hole in this bag.
So you want to make sure if you use a meat tenderizer, use the flat side because the clawed side will tear your bag apart more so.
Will.
Oh, we still have some glue to smash
Oh,
up.
sweet.
So now we wait for our cookie dough creations to freeze. Why don't we eat a snack?
You want to eat a Jolly Rancher?
Yeah. So while we wait, you can take your favorite Jolly Rancher and snack on it.
I like the green ones.
Watermelon.
Whatever this is.
That's cherry.
We all enjoy this. In the meantime, I can't open mine.
It's a
Grab the
biscuit.
ends and
Great.
Our table's messy.
Clean up messes immediately.
Oh no. By covering it?
It's been 10 minutes, so we're now taking our dough out of the freezer.
Now is the fun part. So now we get to put all of the crushed up candy bits inside the holes that we cut out.
you don't have to fill your space up perfectly because the heat of the oven will convert the solid candy into a liquid. And one of the properties of liquid is that it will fill the shape of whatever container it's in. So if you don't get everything filled perfectly to the edges, it will flow to them and fill it.
Can I have the pink? So we have a ton of extra, but based on how many people you're socially distancing with, you might be able to do more. If we had more cookie dough, we could also add some more in. But until then, we'll have more for next time. Oh, look at you guys had nice designs. Mine's just color. This is my personality, all the colors. Alright, so we're gonna bring this into the oven, and how long are we cooking it for?
However long the bag says.
I threw it
We
away.
threw it out.
We threw it away, so we're gonna check the bag to see how long we're cooking it for.
It says bake for 10 to 14 minutes.
10 to 14 minutes.
I need to wash my hands. They're sticky.
And now we set our timer.
Might want to go a little longer since we did freeze the dough.
All right.
Turn this off.
Turn the oven off.
Timer off button.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Whoa. That looks great.
Great.
We're gonna let these cool for 10 minutes, and then we'll do the big reveal of flipping them over. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so I think this one was mine.
Yes.
So it's a little sticky, so we want to add a little bit more oil to it next time. Experimenting.
Oh.
Bam!
Okay, not as cool as I thought it was gonna be.
Is it stuck? But check out this egg.
Ooh, potato egg.
Now for Will's.
I'm really bad at this. I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have been in charge of flipping it. Well, I'm sorry. I ruined everything. You know, it's not hot.
I burn very easily despite my comfortability with fire.
Here we go.
Some of it's there.
That looks great.
It's gonna taste good.
So the consistency here is interesting.
Probably needs to cool a little bit longer to get turned to its jolly state.
Should we let this one cool a little bit longer?
Yes.
But you can.
Check out this cool cookie.
It's very 70s.
Let's do a taste test in the meantime while that one dries. Everyone grab a corner.
Mmm. I'm just eating sugar cookies.
The dough came out perfect.
Yeah. 14 minutes exactly.
So I'm a new cookie baker in the house.
Yep.
This one kind of looks like a heart, guys. This one definitely turned out the best. You did good.
Thanks. It's a little burnt.
Do we think that parchment paper would have helped?
Maybe.
Parchment paper and
Oh yeah.
Oh, snap.
Look at this stained glass. Oh
there we
yeah.
go.
Flip it.
it's not the worst one.
It's kind of cool looking. Hang on, get the crumbs off of it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, look, it actually is stained glass. Can you guys see that? I don't know why I asked it.
Interesting thing, hard candy technically is a glass. So they use that for whenever you see a breakaway bottle or glass in a movie or TV show, it's usually made out of candy.
And they probably make it like this.
With cookies.
This looks really cool though.
Aw, I wish I could frame it. But it would go bad.
Take a picture of it and frame that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would we do different next time?
We should probably use a more dry, firm dough with less water content so it doesn't expand as much.
Mm-hmm. Make them a little bit thinner.
And keep them in the freezer a little bit longer.
More candy.
Definitely.
Alright guys. Well.
Nailed it!
Nailed it!
Nailed
Well, until next time guys, I'm Jen.
I'm Charlie.
And I'm Will.
And we'll see you on